Both Iowa and Iowa State athletics made national news today, and not for what happens on the field or the court. Instead, both schools are under investigation for gambling, with more than 40 student athletes potentially involved. Good evening, I'm Erin Kiernan.
And I'm Janae Town. Athletic careers could be on the line. The NCAA, the Board of Regents, and the State Racing and Gaming Commission are all investigating.
The University of Iowa learned of the potential violation nearly a week ago. University of Iowa leaders say they were notified about sports wagering and potential NCAA violations on May 2nd. 2 days later, the university received a list of names of individuals who may have been involved in sports gambling. The university has since suspended several athletes from competing. The University of Iowa received information on 111 people. The university says 26 are student athletes involved in baseball, football, men's basketball, men's track and field, and wrestling. A full-time Department of Athletics employee was also identified. Iowa State University has not yet released a timeline about its investigation. The university says gambling allegations involve some 15 student athletes in football, wrestling, and track and field. WHO 13 Sports Director Keith Murphy is with us now. Keith, in some cases, student athletes are allowed to bet on sports.
That's right, Erin, and that leads to confusion among fans and even media about what is and is not allowed. But it should not be perplexing to student athletes. Colleges and universities go to great lengths to make sure their players, coaches, and staff understand state laws and NCAA rules. First of all, you must be 21 years old in Iowa. Underage people find ways around this to use apps, but if they're caught, that's a violation. I'm told this is a widespread challenge. Any sport played at the NCAA championship level is off limits for sports wagering, regardless of what sport the student athlete plays. For example, a basketball player cannot bet on the NFL. A baseball player can't bet on women's basketball. And it doesn't matter if a school doesn't have a sport. For instance, no one at Iowa State can bet on Major League Baseball, even though ISU does not have a baseball team. If a sport is not in the NCAA, 21 years old and older student athletes can gamble. Horse racing, NASCAR, MMA, UFC are all allowed. Any student athlete violating NCAA gambling rules risks his or her eligibility. Reviews and appeals are case by case. Now, last week, Alabama fired baseball coach Brad Bohannon for suspicious wagering activity. Alabama scratched its starting pitcher right before its game at LSU. LSU then won 8-6. Allegations surfaced that Bohannon sent information to a man in Ohio who placed bets on the game. The Iowa and Iowa State investigations differ at this point in that they have not been tied to any one game or betting activity. It's not known if there's a connection between these investigations into Iowa and Iowa State coming out the same day, or if it's some hard-to-fathom coincidence. But one thing seems certain: no way Iowa and Iowa State are the only two universities dealing with athletes gambling, Erin.
Yeah, and Keith, one of the things that's interesting about this to me is I had no clue about all of these rules, but you made it clear in our evening meeting earlier tonight that student athletes definitely know the rules.
They should absolutely know. There are compliance officials on campus. There are presentations about what you can and cannot do. There are even signs up all over athletic facilities making sure that student athletes know what is a violation and what is not. They know, but when you're young, sometimes you feel like you're not going to get caught. I remember being a young knucklehead myself.
As do I. Okay, certainly more to come in this. Thanks, Keith.